Hello and welcome back to my garden. Today I'm going to start my bulb planting. And this year I didn't purchase a lot of bulbs. And when I mean a lot of bulbs, I mean, I don't know, anywhere from, let's say, 100 to infinity. That would be a lot of bulbs. There are some gardeners out there, i.e. Laura Garden Answer, who has an extensive budget and she literally plants thousands of bulbs every year, and it's absolutely beautiful display all around her garden. And if I had an unlimited budget, I would probably purchase a lot of bulbs. Maybe not thousands, but a lot of bulbs. I'm also somewhat limited because of things like the deer. They do like to eat certain plants, and I think one of them is crocus. I absolutely love crocus. If I'm wrong about this, please leave those comments below, but I'm pretty sure deer eat crocus, and I love crocus. And one of the dreams I have is I would love to cover either the front lawn or section of lawn someplace on the property, out in the garden, with just a swath of crocus, maybe in the orchard. Maybe imagine a 50-foot by 50-foot swath of crocus just all coming up in the springtime. But I'm pretty confident that would be absolutely mowed down by the deer. So that's not going to happen, sadly. And the other thing I can't grow due to the weather, the fact that we don't get that cold here in eastern North Carolina, is tulips. I can't do tulips. The ground, again, just doesn't get cold enough. The air doesn't get cold enough for tulips to do their thing. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe tulips are native to the foothills of the Himalayas. So that should give you an idea how cold they can take and tolerate and grow and thrive. And I have purchased other bulbs. I have purchased daffodils and a few other things, which I'll leave as a surprise to you guys. But one of the things that I purchased this year, since I can't grow tulips, is wild tulips. Yes, I don't know how closely related they are to actual tulips, but the bulbs are much smaller. I don't know if that'll show up on camera there. They're much smaller, and they can take the warm weather here. And I have a variety of types here. So that's what we're going to do today. We are going to go out into the garden, the flower garden, and plant them up. Let's go plant them. The first bag I'm going to do is just reaching in and grabbing one randomly here. This is Persian Pearl Wild Tulip. And we got a bag of 15 here. And I'm going to plant it right in here. Now I have, believe it or not, pineapple lily. Foolish me, I just keep planting the stuff out here, and the deer keep mowing the leaves back. And I have, of course, the canna, and then there's some iris here. All these I've purchased are from American Meadows. I don't know if they still have any left, or if you can grow them in your area, or if you'd like to. Let's see. There are some instructions. It says growing zones 3 to 8. So maybe you can grow them in your area, if you'd like. If you don't already grow them, I'm going to drop 3 right in here. I have a total of 15 in this bag. I'm using a shovel because these are very small, and there we go. And to use a actual bulb planter to me is a little silly. If you've started planting bulbs, let me know in the comments below. If you haven't started planting bulbs, let me know in those comments below. If you think we're going to do a bit of a drift right here. We're going to move on to the next planting. Okay, so right here on the other side of the lilies, so we planted those on the one side. Here's the other side. I think I'm going to do a little cluster right in here. We did Persian Pearl, so why not Lilac Wonder? If you're wondering why I have grass in my beds, this is some sort of weird wild garlic thing that's going on here. It comes up in the fall and the spring, and then it disappears. The bulbs are very far down in the ground, and when you try to pull them out by the leaves instantly break off, leaving the bulb underneath. So it's a difficult thing that I have to deal with, but not the end of the world. I'm going to dump the whole bag there because it's a little easier to deal with. Now, in case you're not familiar with wild tulips, they grow 4 to 6 inches tall. So they're not terribly tall. They're not like an actual tulip that can grow a foot or so. These guys are half the height. The flowers are quite small. Let me position my plant tag, make sure I can read it. All right, so hopefully in the spring, we get a nice little drift right here of lilac wonder. Right here in this little dead area is where I'm going to do the next bunch. I have a half dead / eaten zinnia, so we're going to, sorry Mr. Zinnia, get rid of that guy. Got a few weeds here, I'm going to yank them. Another weed. Ow. Right over here is Dutch Master Daffodil, allegedly, and there was some Prairie Sun Rudbeckia over here. The Prairie Sun didn't do well, it didn't fare well. Some of the flowers had gone to seed, I shook them off. I don't know if anything will pop back up, but there's nothing right here. So I'm thinking this is a good location for me to turn around and plant. Oh, and the soil is absolutely lovely here. This ground is some of the oldest in the garden. It's probably 2 to 3 years old now. And all I did was put down the cardboard on top of it and then put my compost, store-bought compost on top of that. It has since broken down, rotted down. I'm actually below ground level right now and I'm just starting to hit that loamy clay, maybe 2 to 3 inches down, which is a huge improvement. And I think that over time, this area will get yet even better as the soil gets continuously amended to. I don't know if I mentioned this already, this is peppermint stick tulip. Cover back up with soil, pull that mulch back, and peppermint stick is done. Now I do have 1 bag left of lilac wonder, and I'm wondering, this corner here of the driveway's right over there. You can enter the flower garden from the driveway there. There was something else here. I think it was an English daisy, and it just rotted away and died. Don't know why. It could have been just the rains, but either way, this corner is very bare and vacant. And I'm going to drop these after I get some of these weeds out. Drop this lilac wonder right in here into this corner. Cover back up with soil. I'm actually going to just toss in a little bit of fresh compost, sprinkle it right on top here. And I'll probably come back later in the year and or next spring and mulch over this area. And I'll probably do it this winter. There's some raggedy looking snapdragons and a few other plants that I have to clean up in here. I have yet to do a lot of my flower garden cleanup. There's still that to look forward to. So that's it for my bulb planting today. But we're just starting. As I mentioned earlier in the video, I have a lot more bulbs to plant. There's daffodils, and there's a bunch of other surprises which I'm not going to give away right now. And if you're thinking about gardening, now would actually be a fantastic time. Go grab yourself a bag of bulbs real cheap from whatever vendor you could find out on the interwebs, or maybe even your local garden center if they're clearancing them out. Stick them in the ground, walk away, that's it. That's all you have to do. Oh, Mother Nature does the rest. And then come the springtime, with a little luck, all those bulbs will pop up, giving you some beautiful flowers. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad deal. Like I said, bulbs are really easy, real simple. So simple, Sophie here could plant them. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, click that bell icon to be notified when I do post a new video. This way you can follow along with my antics here in the garden to see if anything I've planted will actually grow. See if those bulbs will pop up. See what bulbs I'm planting next. I think that's about it for today. What do you think, Sophie? Oh, she wants to go chase things. With that, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.